Welcome to the Harvest Report for the 21st of November 2014. It's been a stop-start week of harvesting across the state, with widespread rain halting harvest for many growers. Total receivables this week reached 6,639,008 tonnes. The Geraldton and Esperance zones are about two-thirds of the way through their program, with Kwinana around halfway through. The CBH General Manager of Operations, David Kappa, says CBH is continuing to support growers who are having a long and wet harvest. CBH is undertaking an ongoing process of assessing segregations to assist growers when they're able to harvest. This will be especially important in the Albany zone, where rain has made progress slow. To the totals, and the total received for the Geraldton zone is 1,507,949 tonnes. The total received to date for the Esperance zone is 1,062,583 tonnes. The total received for the Kwinana zone is 3,324,167 tonnes. And the total received to date for Albany zone is 744,309 tonnes. To the Geraldton zone, and over the next 10 days, the Geraldton zone will begin to wrap up for this harvest. 4 sites across the zone closed last week, with 3 sites set to close by Friday 28th of November. Canola has wrapped up across the Geraldton zone. The current deliveries are predominantly wheat and lupins. Geraldton Zone Manager Duncan Gray says Geraldton Zone has had a steady week, with 278,000 tonnes delivered into the system. Currently, CBH has received just over 1.5 million tonnes, with about 300,000 tonnes yet to be delivered. To the Kwinana zone, and harvest in the Kwinana zone is approximately halfway through. Depending on the weather, a number of growers in the north of the zone could be finished by the end of this week. In areas 3, 4 and 5, we will be seeing sites start to close over the coming weeks. The vast majority of growers in the southern part of the zone will be harvesting wheat. CBH Kwinana Zone Manager Gavin Bignell says despite frustrations with the rain and cooler weather, about 1 million tonnes were delivered this week. On the whole, grain quality is holding up well. However, we are starting to see some sprouted grain and small amounts of weather damage in barley. To the Albany zone, and it's been a frustrating week for the Albany zone, with multiple rain events slowing growers' harvest significantly. Very limited tonnages were received for the week. The forecast again is not looking promising, with thunderstorms forecast for mid-next week. Early wheat samples are showing some visual sprouting issues, however the falling numbers at this stage are holding in most areas. CBH Albany Zone Manager Greg Thornton says all sites through the zone will be open and operational by the start of next week. Growers are encouraged to monitor text messages, CBH Mobile, and to stay in contact with their local area staff, as site times may change as the weather changes. To the Esperance zone, and the Esperance zone has had a difficult week due to poor weather. After rain last week, the zone received more showers on Tuesday, which brought harvest to a halt. Esperance Zone Manager Mick Daw said this week 152,000 tonnes were received across the zone. There is still about 700,000 tonne to be delivered, and given favourable weather conditions, this could happen in a couple of weeks. To the market update supplied by the General Manager of Marketing and Trading, Jason Craig. Despite rainfall across Western Australia, the quality of the crop to date still remains reasonably good, with reasonable protein in wheat and a good proportion of barley meeting malting specifications. It's still unknown if the unharvested crops have been affected by weather damage as a result of the rainfall during harvest. Prices for barley continue to reflect the very strong demand from the international market for both malt and feed, whilst wheat prices are at a premium to the free-on-board market as exporters look to fill their early shipping slot positions. This week, details of the Chinese Free Trade Agreement saw the immediate elimination of a 3% tariff on barley. This is expected to have some long-term positive effects on demand for barley, both malting and feed. APW1 price remains around